modern day women just don't qualify for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
So you believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
I'm 6'4", only about what? 8% of the entire world is 6'4". I make well over 100K a year, and I'm black at that if you add that on. So just if we're speaking about those figures, the things that women are attracted to, no, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'll let you do the math.
I'll let you do the math. Oh, God. First of all, that's not what makes a man top tier. That's what makes a man top tier to modern feminist women. These are the standards that modern feminist women judge men by. If the only way men could get women to be submissive, respectful, obedient, and feminine to them was by earning over 100K and being 6'4", then the human race would cease to exist tomorrow. Why? Because like he said, only 8% of men are 6'4", and only about 15% of men earn way over 100K. And before anyone starts saying that I'm hating, I'm 6'3", guys. And if a man is judging his value based on the metric that modern feminist women set, then that man is doomed to fail. Let me give you guys an example. How many rich male celebrities who are tall and rich get divorced by money-hungry feminist modern women? Exactly, a lot of them. The problem with modern feminist women's standards is that they are unrealistic, superficial, morally wrong, hedonistic, and incompatible with traditional religious values. Look, for example, a modern woman wants to have one child because she looks at children as a hindrance to her lifestyle, whilst a traditional religious woman wants to have 6 children or more because she understands the importance of family and legacy. You see the difference?
The conversation and the words that are coming out of the mouth of someone like you, I would never consider top tier. A top tier man is also a man that is extremely desirable by way of his character.
That is true. But it depends on what she means by character. Is it a character that a man obtains from God, or is it a character that a man obtains from a woman's validation, which for the modern Western woman is heavily influenced by feminism? A man's character should always be based on God and not be based on women. The problem with how modern women talk is that they don't clarify anything at all. They say all these things that sound good on the surface, but you won't know what any of it means until you ask them to break what they are saying down.
A top tier man is a man who displays a certain level of intellect that allows him to consider other people.
Again, what does she mean by consider other people? Let's say my wife wants to go clubbing and I say no, because I know that the club environment is filled with alcohol and a bunch of single men that are only after one thing. Am I not considering her? Like I said, the problem with modern women is that they say a bunch of words that sound good, but when you break what they are saying down, it's selfish, immature, and self-destructive to a relationship.
A top tier man, they lead with love, not with dictatorship.
Again, she's spewing a bunch of words that sound reasonable, but not giving examples of what she actually means. What does leading with love means? What does leading with dictatorship means? If I tell my wife not to wear revealing clothes, am I leading with love or dictatorship to her? Knowing the feminist mindset that most modern Western women have, they would most likely say the man is leading with dictatorship. Whereas men, we know that he's leading with love if he sets these boundaries. By the way, if you have to remind your woman not to wear a mini skirt or go clubbing, you've already lost. You already messed up. That woman does not belong to you, bro.
They don't want to control their woman. They want to gently lead their woman. A top tier man creates space for a woman to feel good about herself.
They don't want to control their woman. They want to gently lead their woman. Again, what does that mean? That can mean anything. What does she mean by control their women? Is it controlling if I say to a woman, I expect you to be a stay-at-home wife and mother, to wear modest clothes, and I expect my dinner served on time when I arrive from work? Is that controlling? Too often modern Western women like to call men with standards and boundaries controlling. What does she mean by creating space for a woman to feel good about herself? I need an example of a man creating space for a woman to feel good about herself. What does that even mean, creating space? Relationships is about duty. And when I say relationships, guys, I'm talking about marriage. I don't advocate for relationships outside of marriage, even though I was in one myself. If you are in a relationship and you are not married, I suggest you either get married to that woman ASAP or leave that relationship alone. Like I was saying, relationship is about duty, not about how you feel. So if she's asking for space to feel good, you are in trouble, my friend. And if you two are just getting to know each other, then run. Again, she isn't really saying anything.
A top tier man supports the dreams and the ideas of a woman. A top tier man prioritizes a woman. A top tier man is in leadership and working as hard as he is to give the woman the life of her dream.
What if her dream is to be a career woman or a OnlyFans model? What if one of her ideas is that our daughter should wear makeup and miniskirts? Am I supposed to support that as a man? What does she mean by a top tier man prioritizes a woman? What if she gets pregnant and she tells me it's my body, my choice, I want to kill the baby? Am I supposed to prioritize that woman then? She just said, and I quote, "A man is in leadership and working as hard as he can to give the woman the life of her dreams." I don't think I have ever heard a more narcissistic, sociopathic statement in my life. According to her, a top tier man is a slave. What if her dreams is not to have children, but to pursue a career and dress provocatively for attention online? Am I obligated to still work hard for a woman like that?
And with
But I
all that
digress.
stuff that you just said, that was just womanese talk.
Womanese is also 6'4", black, attractive. I don't know too many women in my circle who desire a 6'4" man still wearing braids.
Typical. And then she resorts to sign language. Shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. I wouldn't call what she said womanese. I would call what she said ultra deep subconscious feminist indoctrination mixed with a lack of male leadership at home. That's what I would call that. So what's the solution? To all you men, listen. You will never have a good woman unless you know what a good woman is. A good woman is chaste. A good woman is religious. A good woman wants to be a mother and a wife. A good woman has a father and a mother. A good woman was raised with a moral education, not just an academic education. But in order for you to look for these traits in women, you have to be of the same ilk. You have to be on the same moral plane. And unfortunately, most modern men aren't on the same moral plane. And that is why they choose modern feminist women and end up with all these problems. Most men don't even know what feminism is. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the reaction. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time, all right? Peace.